Good morning, Don. As requested, I'm going to try to give you a little tour of the studio here. This is the look just walking in the door. You see the green wall in the background there. We painted that wall. Used a chroma key paint coat at Sherwin-Williams, I believe, to paint that, and the rest of the walls are white. You see we have a drop-down ceiling in here. The lighting over here is very simple. Looks like a bright spot up there, but that's not part of my scene anyway. The light up there that you're looking at are LED lights, and you can spin one or two of them out if it's too bright. And we spin around here, and we have this other light right there that's diffused with that white fabric across the front. That's on me. We call myself the talent, right? Now, when I'm standing in front of the camera, you can see, in fact, if you look closely, the big screen monitor in the back, that's what I use as a visual to make sure I'm in the right place. And then I have a monitor off to my right here, and then we spin around and I have a monitor off to the left, so I can look either direction and see where I am on the monitor. Right in front of me off camera is a keyboard here that I have some shortcut keys set up that start certain scenes and can start recording, although I use my PowerPoint clicker to initiate recording while I'm standing in front of the screen if I want to record it. Now, the camera is an inexpensive Canon, I think it's an HF50 Canon, Vixia HFR50 Canon, and it does well for me. That's all I need in here. The output of that is HDMI going into a capture card in my Asus gaming PC. And you see the setup here. That's the big monitor that I use for my visual when I'm on camera. That monitor there serves a dual purpose. That's another scene that I can add into the program, and it's also where I do a lot of the desktop work. All of my graphics come mainly from Met Graphics, and then I use some from WSV3. I use national map, national temperatures, and a regional temperature map from WSV3. Use their radar from time to time, but otherwise I use radar scope and GR level 3 as radar sources. Now, the broadcast software that I use that creates that scene right there is vMix. Now, this is the vMix HD edition, costs about $350. You can have up to 1,000 inputs in this system. Of course, we don't have the hardware to do anything like that. I'm running about 37 inputs right now, and you see up here I have a traffic camera pulled up, Mississippi Department of Transportation traffic camera right now on my scene. I have a current condition screen there. That's from my Davis weather station at my home, and it transmits back to davisnet.net or davisnet.com, and I pull that up with a browser link in vMix. Let me talk about vMix just a second if you're not aware of that. It's similar to Wirecast and XSplit and OBS, although OBS is free, and it has limited features. XSplit and Wirecast are cost you. vMix, I think, is the most expensive, but in my opinion it is the most flexible and most versatile and most forgiving program. I broadcast live from here using joycaster.com, or I broadcast over our local cable channel, our community government channel, OBTV 19 on the cable channel, or stream live 24/7 on OBTVLIVE.com. Over here is where that traffic camera originates that you see on the screen that could be broadcasting right now. All of these PCs, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 PCs, or 2 PCs and a laptop in here that are creating scenes for me. They're all on the same router network, and I can utilize those screens in my broadcast via vMix through NDI technology. I think that stands for Network Device Interface. Those scenes are not on the same computer that's broadcasting or that I can record from, but they are connected via NDI over the same router and network. So I can have multiple scenes that I can show at any one time. In fact, I can put 6 different scenes up on that screen and broadcast out. Let's see if there's anything else I'm going to talk about. I use a wireless lavalier microphone. The receiving device is PAL. Of course, that's my wireless microphone access into the system via USB. And I use a PV soundboard that I set up one time and don't ever have to change. That's USB input also. So I create my forecast from home basically early in the morning hours at between about 4 and 5 a.m. and I utilize WSV3. I use weathermodels.com. I look at different radars. I look at several different weather models to determine what the forecast is. And then I create a forecast for the Memphis area, Jackson, Tennessee area, Nashville area. And I also serve as a consultant with a local industry that's worldwide here, but based out of, I think it's based out of England, but it has locations in Boston and Memphis, and they deal with logistics, and I have an ongoing contract with them to advise about weather situations that could impact delivering their product across the nation. Let me think if there's anything else. I have a good situation here because a lot of the equipment in this room is provided by the local government entity, because we agreed to operate the local government cable channel for them, myself and another individual. And well, I say about 30% of it's provided by them. As you're aware, we put a lot of money into these things too, so about 70% provided by me. Like I said, I use PowerPoint for creation of the graphic slides that I use when I do the weather forecast, and I create those at home using Met Graphics and other sources to create the graphics, and I transmit them on the cloud through PowerPoint or Microsoft 360, I believe 365, whatever that is. So when I get in here to the studio, which is at the City Hall that I'm located in, then those graphics in PowerPoint are in the cloud. Then I just connect them to my vMix software module, a PowerPoint module there, and then I'm off and running. I create 5 or 6 videos every morning. I post them to Facebook. I post them to YouTube. Some of them are posted on a local website here, DeSotoCountyNewsroom.com. That website via WordPress. So that's basically my story in a nutshell. I know you didn't see me in this, but you didn't want to. So anyway, that's how we do. You can find my forecast daily on my personal page, which you are a friend of, Sam Reichard, or you can follow my fan page, meteorologist Sam Reichard. And you can follow OBTVLIVE.com, streaming live all the time, DeSotoCountyNewsroom.com, and MadisonCountyNewsroom.com, and Nashville Entertainment Weekly. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, hey, feel free to ask.